everyone, it's Miss Marlowe. One of the things that I love about making music in special education classrooms is collaborating with the teachers and finding new ways to use music and AAC to facilitate communication and learning and creating routines and schedules. I'd like to introduce you to Heather Travis, who has some great tips for back to school, for setting up your classroom with AAC, and how to use it with music.
Hi, my name is Heather Travis, and I've been teaching the Early Childhood Special Education program for 13 years. Over the last 4 years, I've taught the visually structured classroom, in which we use a lot of visual aids to help the students be able to communicate their wants and needs. All the children in the classroom start out non-verbally, and then we end up getting some verbalizations or sounds from using all our visual aids from the classroom.
Heather, tell us some of the tips and tricks you use in the classroom when we're incorporating music and working together.
So we first started using the 32 chord board, and we would put it just flat on the table, and we noticed a lot of our students were not visually attending to it. So throughout this year, we created a trifold. So we taped a box together, and on one side we have the 32 core. On another side we have the modified 32 core, and then we also have a yes or no picture visual aid on here. And what we did is at the bottom we put some Velcro, so when we perform songs with Miss Marlowe, we just put the soft Velcro at the bottom. You can Velcro it to it, and then that way our kids are visually attending, looking at it more, being able to follow along with Miss Marlowe when she sings her songs. So that just was one modification that we created throughout the year. So another back to classroom tip and a modification we created is, this is a storage for jewelry. So what we created was we made some visual aids and cards to store on one side, and on the other side, let's say we are doing the schedule of hello song, I'll get a couple others, the scarf, brown bear, and see you later. We start out short and simple, and so we would do the hello song, brown bear, what do you see? Scarfs, see you later. We perform the song, then when we're finished, we put it in our little finished container, and that way the children can see when things are done, and it helps them be able to understand when they're finished with music therapy. Okay. And the last tip to help benefit your classroom is to use and pair visual aids to music. Now, I'm not the greatest singer in the world. However, children respond so well to music. So for example, when I want my students to sit at circle, I will pair and use the visual aid and use my singing voice and say, everybody sit at circle, sit at circle, sit at circle. Everybody sit at circle and join me at circle. I literally just make up some kind of wording and pair it with a song, and children respond so well to this.
Heather, do you use any other rituals for cleaning up or just routines that help the kids anchor their day?
I do. I will play music videos from Miss Marlowe. I will play YouTube videos. I also sometimes even turn off the lights as another way to help children be able to respond. There's a ton of different tips that you could do, and you kind of really got to know your students and get to know your students and see how they respond.
And for our emerging communicators, talk a little bit about, one of the things I love to do is stop and go. How do you work with stop and go? You use, I know that we do scarves, we use videos, you can really use a lot of different ways.
Yes, so we'll use scarves, videos. Another aid we've used is being able to highlight and maybe highlight the word stop and go if you're using it with a marker so that it stands out. and children can visually see it better.
Ready, set, tell me go. Throw it up in the air now. Throw it way up there. Thank you so much, Heather.
Thank you.